Hey everybody, welcome to day 2 of February. I am, of course, doing it late again, but time got ahead of me. I was not feeling very well. I slept in a lot. Of course, I had to take care of my dog, so that's like taking care of a child. You only get a couple of hours in between having to feed him and or having to take him to go to the potty. So yeah, my body just needed some rest, and so I'm going to throw out this video real quick. It probably won't have any music behind it. I apologize for that, but hopefully you guys can forgive me because the message is still going to be good, I hope, and that I hope I can articulate what the Bible brings to me as well as this reading from Paul David Tripp, New Morning Mercy. So have a listen, and I hope you enjoy. February 2nd. Today you are not alone against temptation, because the one who is your Savior is also your fortress, your hiding place, your defense. The Bible calls you as a believer to live with three realities in view. The first greets you every day. It is the reality probably. It is the reality that you live in a world that has been dramatically broken by sin and does not function the way God intended. Paul says it very well in Romans 8, noting that the whole world is groaning as it waits for redemption, because the world you live in isn't operating as per God's original design. It presents you with temptations everywhere you live. These temptations play to the sin and weaknesses that still lives inside you and that is being progressively eradicated by God's transforming grace. You and I must live temptation aware. To fail to do so is to fail to recognize the fallenness of the world that happens to be the address where we live. The second reality is that even though we are God's children, we lack the power on our own to fight the spiritual battles in which the world of sin and temptation engages us. As we face our vulnerability and weakness, there are things you and I should pray for regularly. We should pray for purity of desire, wisdom to recognize the enemy's trick, and strength to fight the battles we can't avoid. All of this comes out of humble recognition that wrong doesn't always look wrong to us. What God says is dangerous doesn't always seem dangerous. Evil doesn't always appear so evil in our eyes. So we need protection, not just from external temptation, but from our own blind eyes and wandering heart. Finally, you and I are welcomed as God's children to rest in the reality that in this fallen world that throws temptation at us every day, we are never ever alone. God is with us. He provides the safety we could never provide for ourselves. He fights on our behalf, even when we don't have the sense to resist. He gives us wisdom and strength at those moments when that's exactly what we need. You and I can face the harsh realities of life in this broken world with courage and hope, because we do not face them all by ourselves. Emmanuel, God with us, is indeed with us in power, glory, and grace. The words of Zephaniah 3:17 ring as much hope today as they did generations ago when they were penned. The Lord your God is the Lord your God is in your midst, a mighty one who will save. For further study and encouragement, 1 Corinthians 10:1-13. Moreover, brethren, I do not want you to be unaware that all our fathers were under the cloud. All passed through the sea. All were baptized into Moses in the cloud and in the sea. All ate the same spirit food, and all drank the same spiritual drink. For they drank of the spiritual rock that followed them, and that rock was Christ. But with most of them God was not well pleased, for their bodies were scattered in the wilderness. Now these things became our examples, to the intent that we should not lust after evil things, as they also lusted. And do not become idolaters, as were some of them. As it is written, the people sat down to eat and drink, and rose up to play. nor let us commit sexual immorality, as some of them did, and in one day 23,000 fell. Nor let us tempt Christ, as some of them also tempted, and were destroyed by serpents. Nor complain, as some of them also complained, and were destroyed by the destroyer. Now all these things happened to them as examples, and they were written for our admonition, upon whom the ends of the ages have come. Therefore let him who thinks he stands take heed lest he fall. No temptation has overtaken you except such as is common to man. But God is faithful, who will not allow you to be tempted beyond what you are able, but with the temptation will also make the way of escape, that you may be able to bear it. Let's read what they say about 10:1 through 13 in the notes. Footnote: Christian liberty has its limits. It does not include flirting with idolatry. Although idols are non-entities, the demonic powers behind them are real. History illustrates the danger of self-indulgence. Israel had redemptive experience that parallel water baptism and eating and drinking the Lord's Supper, but many sinned and were destroyed. These same lessons apply today. Wow. Okay. Well, like I said, today is a very short day. A little bit shorter video. I'm probably not going to even make the 10-minute mark. And again, you'll have to forgive me that I don't have any strength to put music behind this video. And so anyway, appreciate you for stopping by, and I will get some rest, so that way tomorrow I hope to have a better inclusive video for you guys. And yeah, so thank you for stopping by. If you're a new subscriber, please hit the subscribe. Thank you for joining. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you for return. And both of you guys, make sure you hit the notification bell and the sub button and the like button. Each one of those steps helps the YouTube channel grow. Goal to outreach and give power to those who need to listen. And as always, I love you no matter who you believe in, no matter what you don't believe in, no matter if we're not talking to each other. I have agreements with you, no matter if you have agreements with me. I'm instructed to love you. God is in charge of the mess that we're all. And with that end, I want to say I hope that you all have a beautiful, wonderful day. Bye now.